Hey guys, this is Junior from Boondocker. Really exciting. We just got back from Boise, visited our friends down there at Carl's Cycle Sales, brought back a brand new RZR Turbo-S. This is the one with all the suspension and all the horsepower. Really excited to start this build fresh. We brought this buggy back with no miles on it. I put about a mile on it running around the shop, kind of get a feel for it. Really hard to tell. We have a little dirt track that we like to run our pickups up and down, but it wasn't enough to really test the suspension on this RZR. But where we want to prove it out first is in horsepower. So we got a couple horsepower numbers the other day, but we're going to start over. I came in early this morning. We put about 10 miles on the dyno on this buggy this morning, so it has a total of about 15 miles on it right now. And we're going to do some just right stock, right out of the box. It came from Carl's Cycle Sales with a full tank of gas. Thanks, Jack. And we're going to go ahead and just run it just like we picked it up from them. And then we're going to start to put some parts on it. We have all sorts of exciting parts, all the way from just a simple tuner to simple clutching to a full-on turbo upgrade, turbo replacement, Dominator turbo. So we want to kind of step through all of the different products and components that we have and what kind of performance you can expect to see in your XP Turbo, whether it be a regular XP Turbo or one of these new Turbo S's, the kind of performance that you can expect to see as you step up through the different products that Boondocker has to offer.
What do you think, Mr. Junior?
Oh, I'm really excited about this. All the horsepower that these XPTs, we've been able to get out of them with tuners and clutching and Dominators. I'm really excited. Really excited about the suspension. But that's just the big part of this. There's a ton of little things that Polaris did. The fit and finish on this buggy is better. They stepped it up a notch from the front grille and the accent lighting to the back. The interior, the steering wheel, everything just feels a little more quality, which is pretty awesome actually.
Let's go for a dyno run.
Right on. So that's all three runs right on top of each other. Everything's pretty smooth. The green one was the latest one, but we were 153 on the first run. It looks like we lost about 1 horsepower each run, just about that. And that will happen, heat soak, and then the belts get hot. To be honest, we put this on the dyno right off the trailer with like 1 mile on it, and it was a little bit low, and so it's really good to see it up above that after we broke it in a little bit. We spent a lot of time just running it really smooth up through, kind of getting the clutches seated, the belt broke in, and hoping to seat the rings. And we put about 10 miles on it this morning early. And I think that definitely it's dynoing a little bit better after that. So I think that what we really want to show is what the capability of this machine is, no matter what your budget or what you're doing. You've already started out with an awesome machine, whether it's this one or even one of the XPTs that's not an S with the regular suspension. You've already started out with the ProStar turbo engine, which is great. We have a ton of products that we've been working on since these came out, and we want to start. Probably the very first thing we're going to do is some clutching. We might even do pop the spark arrestor out of it and see if that gives you a gain, just for those of you that are curious. The very first thing that we're going to do right now is we're going to take a PVC tuner and a Power Vision tuner, and we're going to flash a stock flash into it. So you might be wondering why we're going to do that, but that PVCX gauge has is just that. It's a gauge. It also gives us the opportunity to do some data logging. And so we're going to data log using that gauge, and maybe we'll show you a little bit about how we do that. But some of the stuff that we're really curious about is how much boost is this really making? What's that curve look like? Does it have any torque limiters somewhere that we're not aware of yet? Is it backing the throttle off on us? Stuff like that. We just want to start out stock. We wanted to get a good stock base run before we did anything, so nobody can say, oh, well, you already tuned it one way or another. So we are going to put a tune in it right away, but it's going to be a stock tune. We're not going to make any changes to the base calibration. We're just doing that so that we can read data. And then we're going to make 3 more back-to-back runs. We might even spend a little bit more time on it doing that. Then the next thing we're going to move into is clutching, muffler, and we're going to kind of progress through it like that. We have some charge tube upgrades that we can do. I would expect that either today or tomorrow we'll have a Dominator turbo on this. We'll make 20-something pounds of boost, and we'll just see where we can get that. I think we're going to keep it on pump gas through all of this testing, and then we'll come back maybe next week and dump some high octane in it.